Hey guys, welcome back. Jordan here with the Nutty Gnome Homestead. It is the end of September and it's that time for us to start cleaning up our garden. Today we are actually going to be saving some tomato seeds for our seeds to start in the spring. So we're going to take our best tomatoes that we have on our plants right now, and we're going to show you guys how we save these seeds. All we're going to do is we are going to cut these tomatoes open, scoop out the seeds, put them in a glass or a plastic container, add a little bit of water to it, and we're going to ferment these seeds for about 7 to 10 days. What that's going to do is it's going to break down that coating on the outside of the seed, and it's going to let the good seeds fall to the bottom and the bad seeds are going to float. Doing this will help ensure that we have good germination in the spring. So let me turn you guys around here and I'll show you what we're dealing with. Okay, as you guys can see here, I have my little makeshift workbench, and I've already been started on a couple of them. So this process is very simple. All you're going to do is you're going to take your tomato. I'm working around the camera, so you guys are going to have to bear with me. We're going to cut our tomato. These are Romas, and as you guys can see, they don't have that many seeds in them, but still enough for us to get what we need for next year. I got my little glass container over here. I'm going to take my knife. I'm going to scoop these out. And make sure you get behind that rib there. There's a lot of seeds. Now we're not going to throw this away. We're actually canning today, so that's going to get canned. And this one too. See? All those little seeds. All we're going to do is we're going to scoop these out. And we're going to put them right here in this little container. And I'm going to do this until I think I have enough to get me by for next year. And then I'm going to do a few more. So, see if I can't keep you guys in the frame. Nice juicy tomato. We've been eating these fresh for a long time, but it's time to get in the fall garden, so that's what we're going to be working on. And like I said, get behind that rib. There's a lot of seeds back underneath there. And you don't have to worry if there's some damaged seeds in there or some dark colored ones. When we ferment these seeds for a week, all of those not good seeds, not viable seeds, they are going to float. So you're going to get rid of all of the problem seeds before you even get started planting in the spring. So you know everything you're going to be planting is going to be good, quality, and viable. See, that one there has a lot of good seeds in it. You guys see that? Just scrape them all out. And like I said, make sure you do more than what you anticipate you're going to need, because you are going to have some bad seeds in here. Not all of them are going to be viable. Some of them might be immature. Not all these seeds in here are going to be usable anyway. So we're just going to make do with what we have. I've got plenty of tomatoes to choose from. I'm going to pick the best ones for my crop today. I'm going to scrape all these out. I'm going to go ahead and cut off that bad spot. Folks, these are organic, heirloom Roma tomatoes. Another bad spot. I'll cut that one off. We don't use any pesticides, harsh chemicals, anything of that. We use organic methods, the way it was supposed to be, and you can definitely tell the difference in the flavor and the quality that we produce. Okay, let me readjust the camera here. You guys can see this. You know how it's got this little gel-like mucousy coating? What's going to happen is we're going to add water to this, And over the course of the next week or 10 days or so, all this is going to break down. If you guys see a little bit of a white film or even some mold on top, don't worry, don't throw it away, it's okay. Shake it up, stir it up a little bit, and all that is doing is releasing that seed from that gel coat. That gel coat is what's going to prevent that seed from germinating if you try to plant it within a year. So it takes a long time for that gel coat to break down on its own. We're just kind of speeding up the process so we can get these started in February instead of have to wait till March, April, May, so on and so forth. So I want to add just a little bit of water. It's not going to take much. Get these covered, and I'm going to set it in the counter for about 7 to 10 days, and that is all it's going to take to have these viable seeds for next year. Okay guys, so I moved in the house and I added some water, about 3/4 of an inch over top of what was sitting on the bottom of this little Tupperware container. And as you can see, we already have some floating material on top. We've already got some floating seeds. There's a couple of them in there. I'm just going to stir this up a little bit. Try to get it all mixed up with that water. You're not going to hurt it, guys. It is essentially a controlled rot. All it's going to do is it's going to break up that gel membrane, and then in a couple of days we're going to have viable seeds. All I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the lid on it. And I'm going to set it on the back of the counter for the next 7 to 10 days until it's ready to go. At that time, I'm going to run this through a strainer. I'm going to use my finger under some running water, and I'm going to shake, agitate these seeds until I get all that membrane and mold removed. Okay guys, it was 11 days that we let this sit in the cabinet and ferment. And as you guys can see, we do not have too many seeds floating on top. There's a big separation between the little bit of water we added in here, a lot of the gel coating that was on the tomato seeds, and most of the seeds have floated to the bottom, or sank to the bottom rather. So what we're going to do is I'm going to add a little more water, stir this up real well, and then we're going to dump this through a strainer, and we're just going to work it with our hand and a little bit of water and get that gel coating off of the rest of those seeds. So we're just going to add a little bit of water to it, get it all mixed up, get our finger, really work around. That agitation is what's going to get that gel coating off of those seeds. Now I'm going to put you guys on the tripod, and then we will run this through a strainer. So I don't have anything special here, it's just one of these little kitchen strainers. I'm going to take the rest of our tomato slurry, and we're just going to pour it right in there. And be sure to get the rest of those seeds out, because you want every one of them you can get. Okay, so you guys can see there's a little bit of a gel coating on some of these seeds, and we are going to spray this with this garden hose. You can do this under your sink with tap water, it's not going to be a problem. And we're going to work these around and get that gel coating off of those seeds. This may take a moment. Give them a good spray, move them around with your finger or a spoon or whatever. And then if they still have a little bit of a gel coating on them, you can spray them again. If you see a few chunks of tomato like there is right in here, I'm not too worried about it. That's going to dry out whenever we put this on the plate to dry. I think I'll spray them one more time. There we go. That looks pretty good. So let me show you what we're going to do. I want to shake this a couple of times, and try not to knock all your seeds out. Shake this a couple times, get off any of the excess moisture that may be stuck in some of that gel coating that you didn't get off. Plop it right out onto a paper plate. Now I'll just take my hand, I'll move these around a little bit. I want to get them broke up to where they're not in big clumps. And as you guys can see, I have a couple hundred seeds here. We've already done this a couple times this year. This was just for demonstration purposes. And these will be our Roma seeds that we start here in the spring. It's really not that far away, guys. We're already into October. We usually start our seeds in February, typically around Valentine's Day. So that is how we ferment our tomato seeds for maximum germination. So if you guys have any questions, please feel free to shoot me a message or leave a comment down below. You can always contact us over on Nutty Gnome Homestead. Till next time, get out there and save your seeds. We just cleaned up our garden, so we don't be getting any more.